Hi, my name is Michael Logan. I work with Georgia Trade School teaching welding and fabricating. So I'm going to give you a few quick pointers about welding. One of the things I'm going to teach you about or tell you about is part of fabricating. When you're using a table, when you're actually putting something together, one of the things is make sure you have a flat, clean surface on your table. So like right here, if you look, I got a few types of BBs and everything. So when I set this down, I'm not actually flat on the table. See how it rocks? So what I want to do before I weld, I actually want to make sure whatever I'm using as a flat surface is flat. That there's no BBs or anything stuck to a table. Last thing you want to do is have something set up, you get it all welded together, and then you realize you weren't working on a flat surface. So to start off, the other thing we got is this corner unit on a table. This is a 90, right? So it's a given 90. So when I go to build something, I know I can throw something in this corner and already have a 90 made. So it just makes everything a lot easier when you're fabricating a big project. So, start off, I'm gonna throw this box together, right? I'm gonna put this here. I'm using the side. And then I got this guy that I'm gonna put right there. This guy right here. And this guy right here. See now, putting that together, none of it's tacked. I just have it thrown together really quick so I can see what it's gonna look like. Now what I'm gonna do is actually take a welding machine and put in small tacks, not big heavy tacks. I want to do small tacks, just kind of hold it in place, but that way if it's wrong, I can break it apart or I can cut the tacks. I don't want to put big heavy tacks that I can't get to in case it's wrong that I can't actually go in and cut the tack out or prep the metal. I'd actually have to destroy the part in order to get the tack out. That's something you want to avoid. So, now I'm basically gonna crank up the machine, tack this guy together, and we'll show it to you real quick. Alright, so like I said, I just want to do a couple of small tacks. That way I can still manipulate this thing. See how down in this corner I got a big gap? I can still move this around and check the square, make sure it's square before I actually weld it together. If I'd have done a real heavy tack there, I wouldn't have the ability of moving this. It would be locked into place. And then if it was wrong, I have to destroy the part to get it apart. You don't want to have to do that.
So you kind of want to assume you're going to have to break the tack when you put them in.
Yeah, when you're putting a tack in, you want to assume that it might be wrong and you might have to remove that tack. So basically you want to do a small tack to start off. Then once you come back and you make sure everything's right where you want it to be and it's perfect, then you put in heavy tacks to keep it in place while you're actually welding. Alright, so one of the other things I will mention about showing you was X square. So right here I have basically just an X frame that I put together. As you look at it, you can see it's definitely not square, right? So a quick thing that we can do is actually check the X square. So what we do is grab a tape measure, hit it on there, and actually check the measurement. So we're at 16 1/8, and this way we're at 14 7/8. Definitely not square. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a pipe clamp and I'm going to put it on here and actually bend the longer side, squeeze it in so that it makes it square. Alright, so as you saw, I basically started turning in the clamp. So basically right now I'm just making it a little bit closed, just a little bit more. Now I'm going to go ahead and measure it again. So right there we're at 15 5/8, 15 3/8. So I'm just going to turn it just a little bit more. Three-eighths. Alright, so now we're at 15 1/2 and 15 1/2.
Beautiful.
So now this thing is perfectly square. So while it's square, now I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more tacks into it to hold it into place. still at 15.5. So now we actually have a square frame. So now I can go ahead and finish welding it out, clean the tacks, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Alright, and that YouTube is pretty much everything I wish I knew when I first started building stuff. But you got anything else to add?
That's basically it. You know, measure twice, cut once.
Measure twice. Alright, sure. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. And Mike, thanks for your time.
Alright, y'all take it easy.